Elijah and the fire from heaven. In the kingdom of Israel, under King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, the people turned away from God and worshipped Baal. They built altars, offered sacrifices, and believed that Baal would bring them good weather and rain. But because of their sin, God sent the prophet Elijah to warn them. As the Lord, the God of Israel, lives, there will be no dew or rain all these years, except by my word. Immediately, a severe drought came upon the land. 1 year passed, then 2, then 3. The fields dried up, the rivers dried up, the crops withered, and the people suffered from hunger and thirst. Yet they refused to give up Baal. Then one day the Lord said to Elijah, "Go and present yourself to King Ahab, and I will send rain on the land." Elijah obeyed, went to the palace, and stood before King Ahab. When Ahab saw Elijah, he was furious and shouted, "Are you the troublemaker of Israel?" Elijah boldly replied, "I have not troubled Israel, but you and your father's house have. For you have forsaken the commandments of the Lord and followed Baal. Gather all the people of Israel and the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. Today we will see who is the true God." King Ahab did as Elijah said. On the top of Mount Carmel, thousands of people gathered to witness the confrontation. Elijah stood before the people and declared, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him, but if Baal is God, follow him." But no one answered. Then Elijah issued a challenge. "Each of us will prepare a bull for sacrifice, but we will not burn it. You will call on the name of Baal, and I will call on the name of the Lord. God answers by fire. He is the true God." The people agreed, and the prophets of Baal went ahead. From morning until noon, the prophets of Baal danced and shouted, "Baal, answer us." But there was no response. They cried louder, cutting themselves with swords and spears until the blood flowed, hoping that Baal would notice. The sun was shining in the sky, but Baal remained silent. Elijah mocked them. "Perhaps your God is deep in thought, or busy, or traveling. Perhaps he is sleeping and must be awakened." The prophets of Baal chattered all afternoon, but there was still no sign of Baal. When evening came, Elijah stepped forward. He called everyone closer and repaired the altar of the Lord, which had been destroyed. He took 12 stones, representing the 12 tribes of Israel, and rebuilt the altar. Then Elijah dug a trench around the altar and ordered his servants to pour 4 large jars of water over the offering. He repeated this 3 times until the water filled the trench around the altar. Elijah looked up to heaven and prayed, "O Lord, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel, and that I am your servant, and that you have done all these things by your command. Answer me, so that this people may know that you, Lord, are God, and that you are turning their hearts back." At once fire fell from heaven. It consumed the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, the earth, and even the water in the trench. The people fell face down in amazement, crying out, You are God! You are God!" At Elijah's command, all the prophets of Baal were executed. Then Elijah climbed to the top of the mountain, knelt down, and prayed for rain. At first the sky was clear. Elijah told his servant to look toward the sea 7 times. On the 7th time the servant shouted, "A little cloud, as small as a man's hand, is rising from the sea." Immediately the wind blew, the sky darkened, and a heavy rain fell, ending the 3.5-year drought. King Ahab rushed back to the palace in his chariot, but God gave Elijah supernatural strength, and he outran Ahab's chariot and arrived at Jezreel ahead of the king. This story teaches us that only God is the true and all-powerful God. Loyalty and trust in God lead to his miraculous power. False gods have no power to save, only God does. When the Israelites repented, God showed them mercy and restored his blessings. This is one of the greatest miracles in the Old Testament, demonstrating God's power and Elijah's unwavering faith. Do you believe in God's power? Leave your thoughts below.